What's up, everybody? My name is Vincent. Welcome to Cryptolution, where we talk about everything under the moon in crypto universe. Today is Monday, November 20th. Now, in today's video is a very exciting video because in today's video, we're going to be talking about how you can retire by just holding and selling your NFTs at the right time. Now, you may think, this is crazy, Vincent. How is it that you can have NFTs at a certain point in time at this market, which we are feeling in the bear market, and then potentially sell them later to retire? Well, I want to share with you in this video 5 NFT collections that have been on my radar that have been predominantly thriving in the bear market, regardless of their floor price taking a massive dip. We do know that NFTs have taken almost from 90% to even 70% correction to the downside. And that has really deterred a lot of investors buying any NFTs. But as Warren Buffett and many other famous investors out there who have been here for a long time, they always say, buy the dip when there's blood in the water and when there's fear in the market. And that goes for NFTs as well. So at the very end of the video, which you have to stick around to, I'm going to share with you my perspective of when to sell those NFTs once you do acquire them. Now, keep in mind, this is not financial advice. I'm not a financial advisor. I'm just a YouTube influencer. If anything, I entertain people and educate people on this channel. So before you end up buying any of these NFTs, please do your own due diligence, do your own research before investing, and invest responsibly. So with that said, be sure to smash the like button, subscribe to the channel, don't forget to join our Patreon page, and most importantly, please be careful with any of the scammers down in the comments below. I will never reach out via WhatsApp, Telegram, direct messaging, or email, so please be careful and invest safely. So guys and girls, let's get right into it. You can see that there are a ton of NFTs in there, but mainly we're going to be focusing on blue chips. Before we even get to my top 5 collections that can possibly give us a retirement in our future later on down the road, well, we got to look at the overall market. Now, why am I looking at this specific chart? It's because we want to see how much volume is being traded on a specific blockchain. Now, recently over the past month, we've actually seen some Bitcoin Oral NFTs dominate in the market. That's the blue section right here. But we need to zoom out. We got to look at the overall length of NFT volume. And as you can see in the green, these NFT collections that have dominated has always been Ethereum. Look at that amount of trading volume, even in the bear market over the past couple of years. Now, the reason we look at this is because we're about to look at some NFTs that have literally sold in the multi-millions of dollars, or even hundreds of thousands of dollars at the lowest price point. And these have been selling at the beginning of the bull market of 2021 for NFTs, which is the very first one, and what we could potentially see in the next bull market coming in 2024. Now, in 2021, we saw that this CryptoPunk literally sold for around 8,000 Ethereum. That's 23 million US dollars and more. Now, what's crazy about this is that back in 2017, these NFTs actually minted for free. Can you believe that? That's a crazy amount of return on investment. In fact, they didn't even really have to invest anything at all. They just had to pay for the Ethereum gas fee. And back in 2017, my gosh, these things were dirt cheap. How crazy is that? And also, if we think about Bored Ape Yacht Club, which started their mint around 2021, well, there's this gold Bored Ape that sold for around 800 Ethereum. Now, that sold for around 1.3 million. Now, keep in mind, this is more of a rare trait because it has a gold skin color and has a rainbow teeth. And also, we have the McDonald's visor and the McDonald's polo, so these type of traits are super rare. So I'm showing you some of the best ones here, and even for the Mutant Ape Yacht Club, which is the second collection to come out of Bored Apes, this one sold for 500 Ethereum, which is roughly $808 million. And guess what? This one actually sold recently in 2022, I believe. And that's really crazy that even after the mint date on 2021, this thing did really, really well for the holder who ended up minting this and then selling it for that amount of money. That's crazy. It doesn't just stop there. Let's talk about this one called Golden Friend from the Invisible Friends collection. Now, this one sold for 496 Ethereum, roughly around $1.3 million. Now, this was minted in the bear market of February 1st, 2022. Now, it doesn't just stop there because we also have this one Azuki NFT PFP that sold for around 245 Ethereum, which is roughly at that time $459,000. So you can see where we're getting at here. This DeGod one-on-one sold for around 110 Ethereum, which is roughly 196,000 US dollars. And this last one that I'm going to share with you is 7560, which is part of the Doodles collection. It's a cat. Sold for around 69 Solana, roughly on 130,000 US dollars. How crazy all these crazy sales are. Now, when we look at the market, as of right now the market's kind of in the cool section, meaning we're in the fear section, meaning people still aren't buying as many NFTs. But also, if we look at the amount of traders, it's kind of split between the middle, 50-50, right? There are more traders and then there are less traders at the same time. And there are more people selling for a loss. We can see over the past year, we've seen blue chip indexes actually fall down. But notice this, we've seen now a new reversal. Now, this new reversal that we're seeing to the upside happened not too long ago. In fact, we're at these levels around September and around July of this year. But now we've experienced our bottom low right here, which possibly is leading us to our next bull run. And when you look over to the market cap and market volume, you're seeing with these blue bars right here, that is also showing that we're seeing renewed interest and also volume coming back into the NFT market. And this yellow line right here is the market cap. That means we're coming back to these levels that we haven't seen in quite some time. And the last thing I want to share with you, which is the most important, is holders versus traders. Now, the holders is this yellow line right here. And what we're seeing is that there are less day traders trying to flip NFTs because they're not making any money. In fact, it's having a hard time for them flipping. But because of that, we've seen long-term holders accumulate most of these blue chip NFTs. And that's why they're accumulating thus far. Now we're reaching new record highs that we've never seen over the past year. That's something that you need to pay attention to. So with that said, now that you've seen those record sales that we've seen, now let's focus on the blue chips. The blue chips that I want you to focus on, then these are just my personal recommendations, but these are the ones that I think are doing really well in the bear market, which means that they'll thrive in the bull market. So let's focus on that. Let's focus on the most expensive NFT, and it's going to be Bored Ape Yacht Club. Now you must be wondering, Vincent, Bored Ape Yacht Club is super expensive. It's 28 Ethereum. That's literally so high. Why would I buy into that? Well, I just need to show this to you because this isn't the highest floor price. Again, this actual collection reached over 150 Ethereum at its lowest during the bull market of 2021. Now, 28 Ethereum is the lowest floor price. So if you compare those charts, that's actually a great deal. And the fact that it hasn't dipped as much as I expected it to, in fact, this only dipped as low as 21 to even 24 Ethereum in the lowest point that we've seen this collection, and is up almost close to around 30 Ethereum. I do think that this will not die out because they've come out with games, they have a strong community, and also the collection is one of the blue chips of Ethereum. This collection, to my knowledge, has had the most transaction volumes that I've seen on Ethereum. And followed by that, if you want to get something a little bit more affordable, well, guess what? There's Bored Ape Yacht Club. That's the second collection after Bored Apes. Now, this collection used to be over 50 Ethereum. Now, only 5.29 Ethereum. This is absolutely a great entry if you want to have access to a blue chip collection like this. Now, what I think could happen is if we go into another bull market, these floor prices won't happen for so long. They will disappear. And I think there's going to be a lot of FOMO because what's going to happen, which I'll share with you at the end of the video, which is the flood of money that happens in cryptocurrency and how that will flood into NFTs. We'll talk about that in a little bit. Now, these are Generation 1 NFT collections. I want to talk about some Generation 2 NFT collections, and that is Pudgy Penguins. Now, Pudgy Penguins recently used to be around 3 Ethereum, have pumped over 5 Ethereum. Now, why is that? Well, this NFT gives you access to the Pudgy Penguins toys. What does that actually mean? So Pudgy Penguins was recently acquired by Lucas Nets, who's the founder. And that founder decided, we're going to take these NFTs and we're going to turn them into toys. Those toys are going to be in Toys R Us. They're going to be at Smith's in the UK. They're going to be on Amazon, and they're going to be in over 2,000 stores in Walmart in the US. How crazy is that? So this person is literally taking these NFTs, turning them into toys, and put them across the world in sales. That's crazy. But also keep in mind, what he also said, the founder, Lucas Nets, is that some of the profits that come from selling the toys in the stores will be paid to the holders of these NFTs in perpetuity, which also means forever. So forever in time, if you hold these NFTs, you'll receive some type of income or residuals from those actual toy sales. Now, those details haven't been laid out yet to my exact knowledge, but that's why I think this NFT is absolutely undervalued. I really believe that this collection could possibly reach the floor price of around what Mutant Apes used to be back in the day, because this is doing something that no other NFT has done on Ethereum. Really delivered and gotten in real life brands and stores and also websites to just work with this guy. This is so crazy. Now let's move on to our next collection, and that is also another Generation 2 collection that's also blue chip, and that is DeGods. Now DeGods right now is even more affordable. It's 3 Ethereum. Now this doesn't have toys, this doesn't have some game coming out, this is purely community-based culture. Now this collection used to be on Solana, but migrated over to Ethereum, and has literally traded over thousands of Ethereum in terms of trading volume just within the first year, which is this year of its transition, which is crazy. And obviously you may look at the floor price and be like, should I buy into this? It's so low. This is what we talk about by buying the fear. When there's blood in the water, when there's fear in the market, this is exactly what you do. And the reason this collection has done so well is because the founder has doxed himself. Their team is based here in Los Angeles, and they are consistently building and communicating with their holders. So you can't really ignore prices like this. When people tend to FUD prices like this, that's when smart investors tend to ape in, get exposure to it. And we've seen that happen from the sidelines as well. And also, we do know that there's going to be some updates regarding DeGods from Frank the founder. So keep your eyes out on that if you haven't been to their Twitter page. But this collection is definitely going to reach what I believe the floor price of Bored Ape Yacht Club someday or another. And I'm talking about the current floor price that we're seeing at around 28 Ethereum. That's just FUD in my personal opinion. Now, the last collection I want to share with you, which is another Generation 2 collection, is Utes. This is even more affordable. This is 0.58 Ethereum. That's literally around $1,000, roughly, give or take, each NFT. This is more affordable. Also, the artwork is very unique, and also it's its own unique character. This isn't some animal. This isn't some human being. This is something from the DeGods team, also D Labs, which is the same company that created DeGods. Now, they created this artwork, and it's absolutely, the aesthetic is amazing. And again, you have exposure to this as well, to their ecosystem. Their community is absolutely active on Twitter and all over Discord. And to me, this artwork is just unmatched. And that's why this is the last NFT collection, because I believe that this one has the most prominent upside later on down the future. Again, don't be deterred by the floor price. I've had exposure to this NFT at 3 Ethereum, 2 Ethereum, 1 Ethereum, 0.7 Ethereum, 0.5 Ethereum. I've had exposure to this, and the reason is because people keep accumulating. As you saw in that chart, there are people who are accumulating and holding while day traders are liquidating their positions, which you're seeing in all these NFT collections. So now you're stood around to the very end of the video, and now you're going to find out when to actually sell your NFTs. So if you buy any of these NFTs now, when are you going to sell them? Well, it's going to be like this. So you have seen this chart before, but if you're new, this is what's going to happen. So right now we're waiting for a spot Bitcoin ETF to be passed here in the United States, hopefully by January through April of 2024, because January is when ARK Invest, their spot Bitcoin ETF application, is supposed to be approved. And also in April of 2024, there's going to be a Bitcoin halving. There's going to be the supply of Bitcoin cut in half at that time. So what typically happens is that we see the price of Bitcoin go up. Now, if that does happen, then what happens is Bitcoin goes up, and then that money then funnels into other altcoins, such as Ethereum, which is the second altcoin. So Ethereum then pumps, but it's lagging, but it will pump right after Bitcoin pumps. Then when that happens, Ethereum will then pump, and then large cap altcoins will pump. And then after that, all their altcoins or alt season will pump. These are low cap altcoins that don't really have that much money, maybe a few million here or there. But what you're going to see is that all this is going to happen, and then NFTs will have a boom. NFTs will have a boom after the cryptocurrency market has a boom. You need to know that it's because NFTs don't exactly pump with altcoins or cryptocurrencies based on historical data. It could change this time, but keep that in mind. So if you're seeing cryptocurrency pump, but you're not seeing your NFTs pump, don't worry. You're supposed to hodl. You're supposed to hold and also wait for the market to pump for NFTs. So you shouldn't be paying attention to the market of NFTs. The whole point is to be very patient. That's the secret ingredient. Like, say for instance, the CryptoPunk that was minted in 2017 didn't sell until 2021. That's how long it took for that person, but that will not be the same case in this scenario, because again, this will happen possibly within 2024. And that's why I think when you end up buying those NFTs, the ones that I mentioned, that you wait until 2024 to happen, and then you'll know when to take those profits. And then maybe you'll see those ridiculous amount of sales that can lead to your retirement, that you don't have to work your 9-to-5 job. And you don't have to work literally day to day, paycheck to paycheck in order to pay bills. This is why it's crazy to speculate on these NFTs, because it is speculation. But that's why you need to know this. Do not speculate, do not gamble on these NFTs. You have to love the artwork. So as a conclusion, what's my thought on this? really, you only need to have exposure to one of these NFTs. Don't buy every single one of these NFTs that I mentioned, and don't buy a big bulk of these NFTs as I mentioned, because not everybody has the financial assets or even the financial support to buy these NFTs, let alone pay for their own bills. So really, when you buy this, you're speculating, but you're also becoming a collector, because collectors who collect these artworks hold on for a very long time. And when they decide to, luckily for us, we have the blockchain, we can sell it whenever we want. When you buy artwork in real life world, it's hard to sell your artwork. I have two Banksys that I have in my home from Banksy, the artist himself, but it's literally hard to sell these artworks because there is no market for it. But the blockchain is here to help us do that. It's super easy. So guys and girls, let me know your thoughts down below. How you feel about my selections of NFTs that could be considered your retirement plan when you get invested in these, because I love to hear them. Maybe there's other NFT collections out there that you could possibly get into that will lead to a retirement plan. So let me know those comments down below, and I cannot wait to read them. So with that said, be sure to smash up the like button, subscribe to the channel. Don't forget to join our Patreon page to receive all of our alpha calls, both buy and sell orders, both NFTs and cryptocurrencies. Till then, see you guys and girls next time.